Hey, nice to meet you, Nikki.
So nice to meet you. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me. It's such a pleasure.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right today. Had a session, wrote a cool song, so I'm excited. It's been a good one. How about
Nice.
you?
I'm good. Today's Monday. I forget what day it is nowadays. It's kind of just like all jumbled together.
Oh, I'm definitely with you there.
Right? All right, so let's get into my questions. So you have a lot of exciting projects going on, but I wanted to hear a little bit about your musical beginnings. Did you always know
Mhm.
that music was a path that you wanted to go down?
Honestly, no, not really. Just it was something that I stumbled into.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like in sophomore year of my high school. One of my friends came over and they played my dad's acoustic guitar and playing a song that I knew, and I was like, whoa. I thought only like professionals could play songs.
Mm-hmm.
And then because of that, he inspired me to start playing it. And I started doing YouTube covers. And then someone saw a cover and invited me to a show called K-Pop Star in Korea. And that's kind of when it happened.
It all started from there.
It really did. It was just a dumb strike of coincidence and a lot of luck, I think.
Totally. And I'm so happy for you, Jay. Like you are at a point where I think you're there, but there's just so much more to go for you. So I'm very excited for your career.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's definitely been tough, like restarting this whole journey.
Yeah, yeah.
And sometimes I look back and I mean, I definitely have regrets, but I feel like everything that I accomplished now, I know that I accomplished by myself and like for myself. So
hmm
that actually holds a lot of weight for me. And that's been making me kind of just keep on keeping on. If that makes sense.
Good, good. I love the positivity. So, I'm always in awe of like songwriters, producers, people who can create such amazing bodies of work that lasts forever,
Mhm.
especially with music. And I think that you're definitely someone that falls into that category. So I wanted to know about your creative process. Like, do you have a specific way of working on a track, or is it just like a spontaneous process every time?
Honestly, a lot of my projects, even this next EP that I'm prepping to release, they were just kind of all moments when I got into the studio. The way that I write is I kind of just throw things at the wall until it sticks.
hmm
But as of late, I've been focusing a lot on like what you just said, like the body of work, how everything works.
hmm
So I have an EP releasing pretty soon. And then after that EP, I already have a couple songs on that one. That one is very thematic and yeah,
Oh,
I have gotten into like world building and stuff too. So this next upcoming EP has a world. It's very specific, and I think it's something that a lot of people could relate. So I hope that it rings true for them as well.
nice. We have to talk about Friendly Fire, your latest release. What a song.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the release. You listen to it, it sounds fun, it's upbeat, but then you read the lyrics and it's deeper than the listener thinks. So what's the story behind Friendly Fire?
Uh, I've come to this point, and I'm gonna say this a lot during the interview, but I've just been having a lot of epiphanies on like who I am as a person, and even
Mhm.
like my process. I used to think that I would just think of whatever words that make sense and just make a story out of the words with songwriting. But I think I've realized that I like kind of pull from my subconscious a lot. And I think Friendly Fire, a lot of people would think that it's a broken home. I mean,
Yeah,
it's like a broken relationship, but I think it's more so about a broken home.
definitely. And I have to talk about the visualizer too. It's so creative. Were you a part of that process? What went into the process? I mean, it looks like it took a long time.
It really did. It was actually one day like we shot that for maybe 2 hours.
Mhm.
And it's awesome because I work with an amazing film director named Lucas, and he just came up with the idea, and it was something that we shot before. And essentially, we're shooting me in the dark,
Mhm.
and then the camera made it almost look like I was a silhouette,
So
and
cool.
that's where it started.
Nice.
And but yeah, I have to give all the credit to Lucas on that, 'cause he did an amazing job on the visual there.
Yeah, it was definitely giving like James Bond, 007 vibes.
Yeah, that's
It
kind of
was
what we were
perfect.
looking for.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
So you're heading out for your tour very soon. When the Rain Stop Following Me tour, are there any locations that you haven't been to? Like, are you looking forward to any touristy things?
When I'm on tour, I think I just kind of want to focus on giving everyone the best experience.
Hmm.
Um, if you want to talk to anyone that works with me, they hate like how I just stay in my hotel and don't do anything.
Oh, I would be the same.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I'm doing, I don't mean to be like corny or cheesy, but I don't know. If I like go out and party, of course I want to go out and have a drink and
Right.
then do the show day after. I just feel like I'm doing a disservice to the people who pay to come and see me.
No, definitely true. I love the responsibility, you have it's heavy, especially on the artist. So that's awesome that you have that mindset. So what are your tour essentials? Like what are your non-negotiables? Something that you always have to have with you whenever you're traveling on tour.
Vaseline. My
Oh,
nose gets very dry, so like I like Vaseline the tip of my nose sometimes.
yeah, yeah. Okay, that's
Throat coat.
throat coat.
Throat coat is an absolute necessity, and I also have this like really, it's not like super high tech or anything, but it's this soft sleep mask that I like put on my eyes and it like blackout curtains everything for me.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, like 20 bucks, but I got it off Amazon and it's great. And that's how I sleep in like airplanes and like in hotels, and it's awesome.
Nice, nice. So, for all the fans out there listening to this, you know, make sure to give some of that stuff to Jay when you see him on tour. So,
Yes, queen.
something that you've been able to do and not many have had the opportunity to is perform for
Hmm.
thousands of people at music festivals. Um, all around the world,
Yeah.
which you've done. So, I've personally, as a non-performer, I've always wanted to know what goes through a performer's mind, like as soon as you're getting on stage, like you're standing at the, on the stairs, right about to walk out, like what is running through your mind?
Definitely nerves.
Hmm.
It's always 100% nerves. I don't know. I feel like there are those few people who are really born to be on stage
Right.
and like have like no confidence issues at all. And those kinds of people are just excited, ready to go. I think people like me who are a little more like introverted, don't really like talking too much, get a little scared before we go, just because I want to give everyone the correct experience. And yeah, I feel a lot of weight on my shoulders, if that makes sense.
So even if you've done like thousands of shows at this point, you still get those nerves. It's very comforting to hear that.
Yeah, yeah, actually, literally, I think I've done over at least 120 headlines, just
Easily.
like headlines. And
Yeah.
there's like so many festivals that I've done, but I still get nervous, just the same kind of still.
Yes, so relatable. So before we end the interview, it's no secret, that you've gone through your fair share of situations that have gone public.
Mhm.
What would you say was the biggest lesson that you learned from going through all of that, and like how has it contributed to your growth as a person?
I think the biggest lesson, one of the biggest ones, is be very careful about your medication. But other than the obvious like that, I think you also have to understand that you can't please everybody.
Right,
You could literally say I like oranges, and then someone on the other side of the world is going to be offended and find offense. And they have the full right to, but they'll find offense and say, "Oh, so you don't like apples."
right.
Like that's just kind of how the internet works. And I think I've slowly just understood and been able to, because I've never really had too many friends. I just have really bad social cues. I actually think I'm slightly on the spectrum. That's a whole different other situation, but
Yeah,
yeah, that's a completely different discussion, and I'm actually pretty damn sure. But because of that, I've always like wanted to appease and not have a single person be upset at me. If there was anyone that said anything, that felt any type of way about something I said, I would want to apologize.
right.
And I think a lot of those ordeals, and looking back now, I realized that a lot of those people don't even care about what they're talking about. They just want a reaction.
Mhm.
And I think just matured up and learned that there's going to be situations where you're clearly wrong and you should definitely own up to your mistake and try to educate yourself and move on and grow. And then there's going to be situations where people just want to move it. So, yeah.
Yeah. People just want to say something just to say something, especially in this day and age where there's social media that's very prevalent in our daily lives, right? So, um, Jay, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
I honestly, I haven't seen you perform live, um, and I hope that one day I
Yes.
can. Uh, I know that you're going on your Asia tour, but is there a possibility of like a US, particularly LA?
There's definitely news to come about that, and if you'd like to reach out, I'd love to get you tickets with for you and your friends to come and see it.
Oh my God, I want to see Friendly Fire live. So I have to. I have to go.
We kill that song, so that's a good one.
Awesome. Again, thank you so much. Good luck on tour.
Thanks, Nikki. I hope you have a good one. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you so much. Have a great day or night. I don't know where you are in the world. Have
Have a good one, Nikki. I
a good
appreciate you.
one.